to say that this environment is unfair and does not provide a just, fair, and transparent trial for these detainees is an understatement. And the defendants can't see or hear the evidence that's being presented.
The prosecution is pushing for a start date of September 2014. Do you think that's realistic?
I have been doing death penalty cases since 1992, and for the last 10 years, I've been doing death penalty cases pretty much exclusively. On average, throughout the state, took anywhere between 3 and 5 years to get to trial. The arraignment in this case was on May of 2012. That is 15 months ago, something like that. There is no way this case is getting to trial by that period, and I believe the prosecution knows that. But this is politics. This is politics for them. And it's indicative, I think, of exactly what I just said. There is no justice here. I mean,
week is that many of the motions that we will be addressing in the proceedings are motions that essentially were created because of government conduct or in the type of government interference that we've seen during these proceedings. It's dropping in and monitoring of our communications. We'll talk about the prosecution not using evidence that is derived or obtained from enhanced interrogation techniques, as shall we call it, otherwise known as torture. It's in fact one of the countries that has signed on to the Convention Against Torture. That means it is our domestic law. It means it is the law of the land. And this recently filed motion sets up the very real and the very important question of what happens when we violate our very own domestic law, something that's like the Convention Against Torture, and how we balance that and the equities of a prosecution such as the one you've seen here.
Please look at the larger picture and see the resources that are going in to enable detainees who want to be defended. We have to provide the full picture of the number of flights, the number of meeting opportunities that have been given, hundreds of meeting opportunities, hundreds of flights at government expense. More than 53% of the meeting opportunities are canceled by the client or by the attorney. Okay, not something I'm particularly interested in, but because they've put it in issue, read the pleadings. Okay, there's another side to this story that I think is important. Doesn't mean you dismiss the other side. It means I ask you to look at the whole picture.